Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I wanted to revisit as I see something building just as we saw yesterday. So if you were included in my yesterday video, we talked about the consolidation at the end of the day yesterday. Between these two grids is our yesterday, April 14th. After the US UK close, we started consolidating towards the end of the day. As of the new day, walking into the Asian Open in this green square, we popped out of our consolidation, we retested it, and then this is where we put in our buy. And if you watched yesterday's video, you understand why we had our zone placed here for our stop loss and our resistance up here for where we wanted to exit. A 4-to-1 trade would have been a great trade. I was waiting to get out here. I saw that I was unable to touch that area, so I waited for the retest. I saw that this was not going to break the Asian session, so I actually threw a sell in here, and I am unsure how it's going to go. I think I'm just sitting on my break even with my stop loss because this is walking into the unknown. Look at this consolidation, pretty wild. But the reason I wanted to talk about this is look how similar it is to yesterday. Once we get into the Asian Open after end of day, we're going to see something similar. We know we get movement after this consolidation. At one lot we could have made 2,500 USD with our $400 or $500 risk, 4-to-1. If you got that kind of money, or you do point one trade, 0.1 lot, and you have a $250 return with a $30 to $40 risk. Not bad for your next day's trade. You can use that for your next day risk, looking at this and where it's going to pop. So, what are we going to do with this consolidation? We're going to do exactly what we saw yesterday. Wait for it to pop, look for a retest, and run with it. Or wait for it to pop, retest for Asian market, and then we're going to go with it. We're going to stay fluid. I find that in the past I've made educated guesses based on my analysis that I think it's going to go one direction. I would see it form the other way, and in my own stubbornness I would not accept it. We're going to stay fluid with the market. We're going to swim with the whales, as they say, and see what our formation does for us, and then that gives us our causation, and then we're going to run with it, and then do the most difficult part of our day, which is our entry. So we've done this before. We know what to do. We are prepared. We have roughly 4, 5, 6 hours to really prepare yourself. Glance at the market on your phone. Get ready to sit down at your laptop when you've got time, and then we're going to run with it. The reason I zoomed out here, remember, our end of day consolidation, our exit and retest during the Asian market, and our purchase. Our end of day consolidation, our exit, our retest, and our purchase. Our end of day consolidation, our exit and retest and short, are an exit and retest and long. We have yet to find out, but there's money to be made there, and we can do it together. One other thing I wanted to talk about, because this might affect our trade today. This is the 4-hour chart. Look at this load up on the 4-hour chart. Scary. It's going to pop. Which direction? That's a good question. But look how focused this is on our 4-hour chart. This is going to be a big pop. Which direction? I don't know. But time will tell. And lo and behold, tomorrow on April 16th, we have the core retail sales news at 6:30 a.m. my time. And I think that's going to affect the market pretty heavily. But where is it going to want to go? That is the big question. If we have some pretty successful U.S. news, we can expect this to run down. But just run down to where is the question. Brings me to my next point. I've been burnt by this a few times. Having a midway channel like this with a big movement outside. Now you can see that this channel works. We have a nice area here proving that this is a vertical line of support resistance. We can see we struck here. I actually remember this day. This was the beginning of the day and it just ran up. I was looking to retest the vertical line, and then I wanted to make a long, and I missed that because it did not retest at all. She ran. So why does this vertical line burn me in the past? Look how nicely that fits. I've had a rundown where I'm expecting it to hit the vertical line, retest, and then continue where it wants to go. But then I'm kind of confused. After it breaks a little bit, it retests below. Now where are we going to go? 3,100? Does that make sense? Still unsure, obviously. So let's make a big zone of resistance. We can see there is an area here that it obviously struggled to break out of, break above. So we know this is a good support now. Once resistance, excuse me, now support, although it has yet to retest as support. But look at something like this. If we were to drop and retest it on this large channel, what would something like that look like? Now I don't use Fibonacci near enough, but let's run a fib scale here. Some of you might argue my location, but I think that should work out fine for now for what we're doing. Look at this 61.8. If we were going to retest right on this zone. And if you want to be a little more aggressive with it, look at how nice that 50 is. It's something to look at, right? We might not make it there immediately. We could see there's quite a bit of bouncing until then, but I think this could be a decent goal to look into. Perfect spot for a bounce on support. Will it get this deep? I'm not too sure. We'll have to run with the market as it progresses. But look how nice that is. Even let's go right midway. 31.20 we'll call that. Is that somewhere where the market is going to go? Hard to say yet, but generally given this big consolidation via the 4-hour, we'll have to see. Where are you going to pop? First and foremost, end of day, Asian market. Let's start small and then look big soon. That's all I have for now. Love you all.